What's up, you beautiful people of the world? How you guys doing today? Don't know what that accent was. I burped, so it changed my voice. Okay, so yes, I am in my PJs. I'm just sitting here making a random video on my laptop. Sorry if you hear the fan blowing from my laptop. It is a little overheated right now, and I do not know why. So sorry if you can't hear me that well. Okay, so this video is about my pros and cons that I experienced from MetroCon 2016. Yeah, now you guys are probably wondering, where is the vlogs? Well, I did make vlogs, don't worry about that. The thing is that the footage from the vlogs, a lot of that footage is going into the documentary film that we are working on, but whatever footage will not go into the film, I will make sure to put together to make it into one big vlog, basically. So look forward to that in the next couple of weeks. I am working on it, so don't worry. Also, speaking again about the documentary, we were expecting to have the deadline set for this September, but that is definitely not going to happen because we may actually be attending 2 to 3 more cons at the end of this year. So that footage we really want to be in the film as well. So sadly, we will have to push the deadline farther to the end of this year or probably to the beginning of next year. The most latest deadline we will ever have would be February, so it will most likely be out in February, which would give us a solid year to work on this because we started working on the film this February, so that will give us a total year because we do need at least a month or two to edit everything together. We haven't touched anything. All we have been doing is filming and exporting videos onto our laptop, and that's pretty much it. And I am the director of this film, so I can actually do whatever I want, but I don't want to make you guys wait, and that's not what I do. So we are making sure we get as many interviews as we can get, as many cool cons we can go to, just to make this a really cool film. Now this is not going to be an hour to 2 hour long documentary. It is going to be a short film that's going to be spanning at least to about 29 to 30 to almost 45 minutes. So that's our range of footage that we will be able to put into this because of course YouTube sometimes does minimize how long your videos can be. So yeah. Anyways, back on with the video. So I am in my pajamas because, like I said, I just came back from MetroCon 2 days ago. Quick tip, whenever you go to any convention, for whatever reason, if it is more than 3 days and you know you are tired, go home and rest or else your body will be prone to get sick or stay unhealthy. So please sleep for at least a good 12 hours in your cocoon at home because it will recuperate everything back into your body and make you refresh again for the real world. So yes, that's what I basically have been doing, is resting for the past 2 days, and now I'm hyper and want to make this video. Alright, so let's get on with it. Pros and cons about MetroCon 2016. First, I'm going to start off with my cons. Don't know how many I have, I'm just going to say them so that, yeah. So basically, my first con would have to be that I didn't really get the same vibe from MetroCon like I always do. MetroCon was always the top con on my list for many reasons, and so I just didn't feel as connected to this con as I always do, and it really sucks because this was actually the first year that I stayed at a hotel for a con. It's the first year that I ever went to a con without without people guiding me, basically, like having a relative watch over me. And because I am old enough to take care of myself now. So I had a lot of free range to do. I was able to do whatever I wanted at this con this year, basically. So I thought I was going to be able to experience more. But I didn't. I just didn't feel as the same homey vibe at this con as I usually do. And the reasons are because the security was so tight. So tight. And that is a good thing because we were protected. But I mean, I kind of expected that already. I knew that there was going to be more security, and I knew that there was going to be changes to this con, but I didn't expect the kind of changes that there were put. And that is basically that now whenever you enter into this con, they have huge signs that say people can't walk beyond this spot without a pass. And it will say MetroCon on top, of course. And there was at least so many of those all over the con. And it used to be where you can walk on at least the first floor without having a pass or anything. You can at least look and experience the cosplayers. But it used to be where you would only really need a pass to go into the vendor's room, to go to the rave, and to go to a panel. And that's pretty much how it usually was. But now you need a pass for every single thing. So it feels really tight, and I don't feel as able to, myself doesn't feel as free walking around this con anymore. I hope it's not going to be like that in the future, and hopefully it'll only be like that this year. But that's one major con that I had about this convention this year, and it just sucks. Another con was that the vendor's room was a lot smaller this year. Now, that is also a good thing, because what took up most of the vendor's room was the artist alley, which is good because we want our artists to get noticed. We want them to raise money to become better artists than they are now. I love supporting local artists, so I, of course, bought some things from the artist alley to support. But I heard that this year it was so much more expensive for an artist to get a table, to get a spot, and to even stay. So basically, they overcharged the artists than they did the vendors, which just is not right to me. So a lot of artists that went couldn't even sell their stuff because people were buying shit from the vendor's room. And I'm not pailing on them because I did too. I got 2 things from the vendor's room. But whatever, that's the only thing I would have to say about that area of the con that I did not like. Any more cons? Not really. That's pretty much it. I just overall just had a really off vibe about the con this year, and it sucks, but whatever. Now on with the pros. Of course, there's a lot of pros with this con because it still is kind of my favorite. I got to meet a lot of cool people. I mean, a lot of cool people. Some of them are actually people who follow me on Instagram that I have never met before, which is freaking awesome. And I think one of them was actually a subscriber to my YouTube. So if you are watching this, hello. Thank you for meeting up with me and our friends. It was nice to meet you. Also, other things happen. Of course, since we're filming for this documentary, we did a lot of interviews, which were pretty cool. And then we did 2 new things that I have never done before, and that was I did a personal interview with another YouTuber. So basically, we did a collab. They interviewed me, and I interviewed them. And so I'll put some information down to their YouTube in the description. Their name is Durst Vloslogger. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Please go ahead and subscribe to his channel. He loves filming cons. That's basically what he does. And it sucks that his YouTube channel doesn't get as much recognition that it should have. So please subscribe to him so that he can actually progress and get better at what he does and just help him out. So he's a really cool dude, and it was an honor doing an interview with you guys. And you too. So yeah. So that is one thing I did, and then also another thing is we worked on some really cool professional photo shoots. We did a Tokyo Ghoul photo shoot and a Attack on Titan photo shoot, which were both really cool photo shoots. And thank you to our cosplay member, So Cute Cosplay, also aka Terezi. Thank you for allowing us to join into your Tokyo Ghoul cosplay photo shoot. That was a really cool experience. I love the photos, and I love your photos too, of course, and Fabi's photos. They were just all pretty awesome. So if you guys want to go ahead check out our Tokyo Ghoul photo shoots, please go ahead. I'll put some links down below to my Instagram, to my Amino cosplay, and to my Facebook. You can check all those photos out on each of those social media sites. Okay, so Also, one more pro is the rave, of course. I love this con for the rave. I feel like I was myself. The raves are really nice. They are in a humongous room that can fit a lot of people and still have a lot of room, which is why I like it, because we were able to find our own space to dance and hang out, and we weren't sucked into the crowd. So it was just really nice, always well organized. So the rave is why I really go to this con in the first place. So that's another thing. So if you ever want to go to the rave, check it out. If it's not your music, then you can just always walk away. So another thing I would have to say, of course, I probably mentioned it, is that we met a lot of cool people. The people that I did the Attack on Titan photo shoot with are actually people that I'll be working with again later on in August. And we'll probably be working on some skits, photo shoots, and a bunch of other things together. So, and we will put those videos, of course, onto this YouTube because they're also new members to our YouTube channel. I'm not going to release any other information just yet. I want them to meet you guys first. Basically, I'll do like a an introduction video to them so that you guys can get to know who they are before I release any information about them, because you know that would be rude, I think. So, but they are really cool people. So if you are watching this, you know who I am talking about. So yeah, that was my pros and cons about MetroCon 2016. There actually is a story that happened at this con that really ticked me off, but I will make a separate video about that. So I know this video is kind of all over the place. I'm sorry about that. There's just a lot that went down this year. And so yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. If you attended MetroCon in Tampa this year, please let me know. Please type down some stories and good things that happened, what you experienced at the con this year, and I'd love to read that information. Also, if you plan to go to MetroCon again next year, I most likely will as well. You know, give me some cosplay information. What are you working on for MetroCon next year? What are your ideas, or what are your ideas for any con that you may be attending this year? And hopefully we probably go to the same con, you know, hang out. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to enjoy life, enjoy cosplay, and remember to check out Those Vloggers channel. I'll put a link to his information down below. And check out our Instagrams for Tokyo Ghoul photo shoots and stuff. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Remember to enjoy life, enjoy cosplay, and bye!